Due to my background in biology, I have a great interest in studying forms of life at various levels. As you can see, my this slide includes various native plants and insects, but I do take a particular interest in the native bird species to our area. The first order of birds I wanted to discuss was Anseriformes, which includes the duck and the geese. These are some pictures that I've taken of various duck species within our areas. We have mergansers, wood ducks, and mallards. As you can see, there's a pretty high degree of difference between males and females. The next order we have is Pelicanformes, which includes the herons that you'll see in our area. It is interesting to note that all birds have beaks, but they don't have any teeth, and that's because they actually have a specialized organ called a gizzard, which is very muscular, and where they store rocks used to crush food. The next order is the Cipheriformes, which is composed of the vultures and the Cathartidae and the hawks and eagles in a Cipheridae. It is interesting to note that eagles, even though they're known as being predators, they often engage in scavenging behavior similar to vultures. The next order is Strychniformes, which is composed of Titanidae and Strychnidae. This is going to be a barred owl on the right, and then two great horned owls that I saw. The barred owl actually has a very interesting song, which sounds like, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all?" The next order is Picaformis, which it has Pictidae in it, which are the woodpeckers. It is interesting to note that many woodpeckers have zygodactyl, which means they have two toes pointing backwards, which helps them with staying up on a tree. Our next order is Passeriformes, which are perching birds. It composes over half of the birds that we're familiar with. We're going to explore the family Corvidae first, which are crows, jays, and rooks. They are a very smart group of birds that actually have been shown to show intuition or the ability to think ahead. The next family is Herunidae, which are the swallows. We can see tree swallows, barn swallows, and purple martins are pictured in the center. Purple martins are quite interesting because they evolved with Native Americans and rely on humans for their nest areas. The next family is the Troglodytidae, which are the wrens. On the left, we have a Carolina wren. On the right, we have a picture of a winter wren. Carolina wrens have a very distinctive call. It sounds like Germany, 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 or tea kettle, tea kettle, tea kettle, which is why I was easily able to identify this one to photograph. The next family looked at will be Paridae, which are the chickadees and titmouse. They are known as nuclear species within mixed species flocks, meaning that if they are removed from that setting, the other species, such as the woodpeckers or nuthatches, will become more vigilant. So this is probably my favorite, or under the order of Passeriformes, the family Parulidae, which are the warbler species. I like them. They're little colorful neotropical migrants that come to our coast. They exhibit strong sexual dimorphism and are just really beautiful little birds. Another gorgeous group of tropical migrants is going to be the family Carnalidae, which are cardinals, buntings, and grosbeak. Again, they show strong levels of sexual dimorphism, with the males being very showy, the females being more drab, due to the females having to sit on the nest and avoid predation. Next family is Fringillidae, which are the finches. To the left, we have a house finch, and then a purple finch, and then two goldfinches. The goldfinches tend to travel in groups, and they have just pretty mild levels of sexual dimorphism between the two, but they're all brightly colored. The next group are family Turdidae, which are the thrushes, and we have the eastern bluebird, hermit thrush, wood thrush, and then the most probably well-known thrush is going to be the American robin. So you can see they're all pretty similar, some larger birds. The next family is Mimidae, which are the mimics. They include the mockingbirds, the catbirds, and the brown thrashers. They mimic the calls of other birds in their territorial and mating behavior. And actually, you'll notice sexual dimorphism in vocalizations amongst males and females. The next family is Passerellidae, used to be called Emberzidae, which are the sparrows. As you can see, here are the different sparrows that I've taken some pictures of. There's a lot of genetic diversity and little phenotypic differences that you really can easily overlook if you're just casually observing birds. The last family I'm going to discuss is family Icteridae, which are the blackbirds. As you can see, that includes the orioles, the cowbirds, red-winged blackbirds, grackles, and I've also included pictures of a juvenile orchard oriole because that's what they look like during their first year. They are that yellow color. They're not black when they're juveniles. This has been my presentation on bird species in the Virginia area. I hope that you found the photographs I've taken enjoyable and it has motivated you to go outside and get involved with nature and preservation.